Hi everyone, my name is Robotic Entertaining Toy Reviewer Omega, or simply titled Retro. Today we're going to be reviewing a game called F-Zero. According to the original games of racing from the Super Nintendo, F-Zero was created, then it was Mario Kart. But I guess nobody has ever been heard of it if you're a newcomer. But if you are an old school gamer, then you are lucky. If you don't press start, the game will actually show you a tech demo. That's really nice to show how awesome the game is. You can also pick any of the 4 racing cars. I mostly recommend the Blue Falcon because that's where Captain Falcon comes from. Let's start out with Mute City. This is the first race on the F-Zero games. In order to beat this, you need to pass 5 laps around the same race. Some newcomers think that racing games are too easy, but when it comes to F-Zero, it gets much harder and harder. Some people even say that the F-Zero series is connected with the Star Fox universe. But be very careful, cause if you go too fast, you could end up losing and you have to always start all over again. What makes it more interesting is that if you get more than 10,000 points, you actually get lives. But what's also interesting is that you can drift and move around. But at the very end of a race, you can actually see how much time you did every lap. Sometimes you could even break a new record. Alright, the next race we're gonna be playing now is Big Blue. You all know this awesome stage and the music. I will have to be honest, everything of F-Zero and every other Nintendo game that exists is much superior than Sega. Not like what TheClayberry said in his Sonic the Hedgehog review. The oceans in the background makes you feel like you're actually out at the ocean, feeling like you're racing to win for a tasty meal or something like that. Then there's this part where it looks like it's like ice, but it's really hard to get used to unless you're a pro at this game like I am. Next race is Sand Ocean. Have you ever wanted to swim in the ocean filled with sand? Well, not anymore because it's a racing game. As you progress with the more you keep on going winning on racing games, the races gets actually much harder and harder. It actually gets more difficult and sometimes you could end up damaging yourself a lot. Have you all noticed that the background of the game looks like it's like somewhere where it is? Like the Sand Ocean looks like it has mountains and deserts. Next up is Deathwind. The reason they call it Deathwind is because the wind will actually push you at a side. That is if you're at the place where it is, and it could also lead you to losing the race. You think that it would be easy just driving straight and just win, but since the wind will make you lose easier, I guess the only way is by heading the opposite side of where the wind is aiming. Have you guys reached up this far yet? Good, cause I can't wait to talk about the last race. The race that makes it so hard when I played this the first time. Let me ask you, every one of you, does this race look very familiar to you? If you're saying it's based on the title, then you are correct. And the name of this race is called Silence. I forgot to mention that. How clumsy am I? But we're now at the final race, making sure that this would be the end of the review. I know I would have said it, but I'm making this short because I have to go back to my time. I also noticed while playing this game, I found some landmines. If you hit a landmine, you could get really damaged a lot. Sometimes I have to let go of the button in order to move much smoother. That way I won't get hit, and it makes it much easier to beat. That's a tip from me, guys. And that's about it for F-Zero. The game is amazing, and I'm impressed that at the very end they show all the listings of the laps you did in the previous races you did. This makes it so cool that F-Zero should make a comeback. I hope Nintendo could do that. The music in here is so great. It's so amazing. Even when you have really good scores or good skills, it makes it fun. It doesn't matter if you're good or bad. As long as you're having fun, that's what makes a game more entertaining. I should explain you guys more about myself. I am a futuristic modified Game Boy developed by TheClayberry. It was one of his last efforts to be developed to create. So I came in the past to talk about this game, because apparently TheClayberry didn't review this game. Thank you for watching my F-Zero review by R.E.T.R.O.